Hello and welcome to Fog. I'm Freddtor and I would like to ask a question. Was it necessary to release God of War on PC?
It was super necessary.
Okay, yeah, I agree. It was super necessary. I played a bit of God of War on the PS4 when it first released, but I never finished it. In fact, I only did around 10% of it, maybe, which is nothing really. I just never got into it, even with a multitude of gamers claiming it was the best game ever made. And I honestly cannot remember why I didn't get into it. I think I was already playing something else, probably Destiny, because I was completely addicted to it. However, now we have been blessed with God of War releasing on PC. And oh my god, is it good.
The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior. And where do you think you're going?
I can see why there's so many reviews that state this game being one of the greatest games ever made, because it is. It really is an incredible game. I quickly want to touch upon a couple of things like graphics and performance here on PC. There's no question this game is phenomenally good looking, beautiful. I'm actually so glad I didn't play it on the PS4 because I wouldn't be playing it now on PC more than likely. And I basically would have missed out on all of these incredible views and details that I'm now experiencing on full quality here on PC. And yes, I know, the PS5 is very close in performance to the PC, but I don't have a PS5. Mainly because if I get one, I most likely won't use it. So it'll just be a waste of money, because, you know, I have the PC. Anyway, back to graphics. Amazing and superb are really the simplest way to put it. I have an RTX 3060 Ti and I can run it on Ultra at 1440p without any kind of issues at 120 frames per second. Performance is flawless too. Every now and then the frames per second may drop slightly when a new area is loading or when you go from a very dark area to a very light area or vice versa, but it's really not that noticeable. And to be fair, what I don't actually understand is why full screen mode isn't available, because that would probably fix these slight drops in FPS. Right now you can only choose between windowed or borderless here on PC, but hopefully they'll patch in a full screen mode soon. I mean, fingers crossed. Okay, so I totally agree with how superb this game is. Everything in it is just incredibly well done, incredibly well designed, and I absolutely 100% recommend anyone and everyone to play it, whether on console or the PC. I mean, story and the acting are awesome, the soundtrack is incredible, the puzzles, they're both easy and challenging enough to never get frustrated, which is so freaking rare these days in video games. I think the only other game where I truly enjoyed all the puzzles was Darksiders 2, but the biggest and most incredible area where God of War truly shines is of course the combat mechanics. I mean, wow, just wow. What an incredible job the devs done here. Whoever was in charge of the combat design for this game is a master. I take my hat off to you, sir, or madam, sorry. And to be a bit more specific, one of the lead designers was actually Dean Reimer, who deserves a lot of credit. He is now the lead combat designer at In Exile Entertainment, who recently developed and published Wasteland 3, which is a pretty awesome game. I would say go give this guy a follow on Twitter. It's the least I can do for what he's done for all of us gamers. What a great job he and his colleagues did with God of War. Everything about the combat just feels right. It's by far one of the most, if not the most, satisfying combat experiences ever in gaming. And the variety is actually mind-blowing. What's really interesting is that even though there's such a vast array of moves and ways to fight all the enemies, everything at your disposal feels useful. It has such incredible balance. Whether I'm using the axe or just my hands or doing, one of the different moves that you unlock or the specials, it all actually just works and feels satisfying to use. And I do also have a suggestion for you. I mentioned earlier that I'd recommend anyone and everyone to play this game either on console or PC. Now, many of you are controller fans, and I appreciate and respect that. However, playing this game on mouse and keyboard is, in my opinion, so much better than playing it with a controller. everything, and I really mean everything, feels so much more precise that it's not even close. And yeah, I know that means, missing out on the vibration and the dual sense stuff, but still, I'll take the precision I have when I play with mouse and keyboard over clunky controller mechanics that vibrate any day of the week. So yeah, my suggestion to you is to play this on PC rather than the PS5 and use a mouse and keyboard. Obviously, you can use a controller on the PC as well. What else can even be said about this masterpiece? It's incredible. I haven't even finished it yet, and I can't wait to see how it ends. As of right now, I have to place it in my top 3 greatest games of all time, along with The Witcher 3 and Mass Effect. Although it does mean I have to remove Darksiders 2, which is a very old favorite of mine, and I'm actually very sad about that, to be honest. But anywho, have you played this game? What do you think of it? Do you love this game? And yes, I know you do. But still, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys very much for coming here and watching the video. Leave a like if you want to. I don't recommend you subscribe either, but hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So there you have it. Goodbye.